Hi children, this is yours Kona Karan Reddy. Welcome to class 8 mathematics. In this class, let us do the problem 5 in exercise 6.3. Let us read the problem first. For each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square. Also, find the square root of the square number so obtained. So here we are given some numbers. These are not perfect squares. We need to multiply these numbers by another number so that these numbers will be perfect squares. Suppose for example, suppose if I take 50. 50 is not a perfect square. Now if you multiply this one by 2, so this will be 100 and this is the perfect square. And one more thing, suppose if you multiply with 8, so that will be equal to 400, which is also a perfect square. Like that, we have so many numbers with which a number can be multiplied to make it as a perfect square. Among those numbers, which is the smallest one. So here you can multiply 50 by 2 as well as 8 also to get perfect square. In these two, which is the smallest one? 2. This is what we need to find out. Okay, right. So how to do this? Just use the prime factorization method. First problem you take, there is 252. Let us first resolve this into factors. 252, first start with 2. 2 times 1 and then 2 times 2 is 4. 1 will be there, 12. So 2 times 6 is 12. Then again start with 2. 2 times 6 and then 2 times 3. And now try to divide this one by 2. So as the digit in units place is 3, it will not be divisible by 2. So take the next prime number, that is 3. So 3 times 2 and 3 times 1. Then we have 3 times 7 is 21. So therefore, now 252 can be written as 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. Now try to make the pairs. So 2 and 2, this is one pair, and 3 and 3, this is also one pair. Now we have 7 alone. There is no pair for 7. So 252 is not a perfect square. Now to make it perfect square, now here you see 7 is there here. If you multiply this one again with one more 7, here you can get a pair. So to make the pairs, 252 is to be multiplied by 7. So 252 multiplied by 7, if you do like this is equal to 252 means 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. This is for 252. Then we multiply this by 7. So times 7. So we have, so if you do like this, we got pairs. Now you see, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square. So therefore, to get perfect square, 252 is to be multiplied by how much? 7. Now therefore 252 into 7, this is equal to, we already made pairs, so this is equal to 2 times 2 means 2 square, then 3 times 3 means 3 square, then 7 times 7 is 7 square. So that is equal to 2 into 3 into 7 whole square, which is equal to 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 7 is how much? 42, so 42 square. So therefore, square root for the product, square root equal to how much? That is equal to 42. This is the square root of the square number obtained. Now let us go to the next problem. So second problem is, what is that? 180. Now let us try to resolve 180 into factors. So 180. So divide this into factors. Let us start with 2. So 2 times 9 is 18. So then 0. Then again with 2. So 2 times 4 is 8. 1 will be there. So 10. So 2 times 5. Then it will not be divisible by 2. So it is divisible by 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 1 will be there, 15. So 3 times 5. So again 3 times 5. So therefore we can write 180 equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Now try to make pairs. So this is one pair and this is one pair. Then we have no pair for 5. So it is not a perfect square. So 180 is not a perfect square. Why? Because 5 has no pair. So it is having no pair. So let us make it. Okay. So therefore 5 is not paired. So therefore 180 is to be multiplied by 5 so as to make it perfect square. Now let us multiply. So 180 times how much? 5. This is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. This is for 180. Now times 5. So that is equal to, we can make it pairs. So this is equal to 2 into 2 is 2 square, 3 into 3 is 3 square, then 5 into 5 is 5 square. So this is equal to 2 into 3 into 5 whole square. Now this is equal to 2 into 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is how much? 30. So 30 square. Therefore, square root equal to that is equal to how much? 30. Now let us go to the third problem. Third problem, that is 1008. Third problem 1008. Now let us try to resolve this into factors. We have 1008. Let us start with 2. So 2 times 5 is 10. 0 will be there. 2 times 4 is 8. Now again do with 2. So 2 times 2 is actually 4 here. 5 minus 4 is 1 here. 1 beside 0 means 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. Then 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, right. Let us start with 2 again. So 2 times 1, 2 times 2 is 4. 1 will be there. 12. 2 times 6 is 12. Then again 2. 2 times 6 is 12 and 2 times 3. Then 63 is not divisible by 2. So take 3. So 3 times 2 and 3 times 1. Then again, so 3 times 7. So therefore, we can write 1008 equal to, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. Make them as pairs. So 2 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 3. Now where is the pair for 7? We don't have pair. So then what shall we do? Let us make it pair. Okay. To make it pair, we need to multiply this by 7, right? So that it will be paired. So therefore, 1008 is to be multiplied by 7 so as to make it perfect square. Now let us multiply with 7. So 1008 times 7. This is equal to 2 times 2. Then again 2 times 2. Then 3 times 3. Then times 7. This is for 1008. And then times 7. So that it will be paired. So this is equal to 2 into 2 means 2 square. Again this is 2 square. Then 3 square. Then 7 square. So this is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 7 whole square. So this is equal to 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 7 is 84. So 84 square. Therefore, square root equal to square root of what actually? Of 1008 times 7. This is equal to how much? 84. Okay. So now let us go to the next problem. Next problem is 2028. Fourth problem 2028. Let us resolve this into factors. I am doing here 2028. Start with 2. So 2 times 1 is 2, 0, 2 times 1 and 2 times 4. Then again do with 2. So 2 times 5 is 10 here. Why? Because 1 will not be divisible by 2. So take 2 digits into consideration. Then we have 1. So 1 is not divisible by 2. So take 0 here and then take 14. 2 times 7 is 14. Then as the 7 is in units place, it will not be divisible by 2. So take 3. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3. So 507 is also divisible by 3. So now let us do it. 3 times 1 is 3. So 5 minus 3 means 2 will be there. 20. So 20 means 3 times 6 is 18. So 2 will be there. 27. 3 times 9 is 27. Now 169. Actually this is divisible by 13 only. So 13 times 13 is 169. Now therefore 2028 equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 13 times 13. Let us make pairs here. 2 times 2 is there. 13 times 13 is there. What about 3? There is no pair for 3. Then what shall we do? Let us bring one 3 and let us make pair. Okay. So, therefore, 2028 is to be multiplied by 3 to make it perfect square. There is no pair for 3. That is why we need to multiply this one by 3 like this so that it will be a perfect square. So therefore 2028 times 3 equal to 2 times 2 then times 3 times 3. Okay, then times 13 times 13. So we have pairs here. So this is equal to 2 square times 3 square times 13 square. This is equal to 2 times 3 times 13 whole square. This is equal to 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 13 or 13 times 6. That is 78. So 78 square. So therefore square root of the number obtained. What is the number obtained? 2028 times 3. That's it. That is equal to square root of this one is how much? 78. Now let us go to the next problem. What is the next problem? 1458. So fifth problem, 1458. So let us resolve this into factors. First start with 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 5 will be there. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 will be there. 18. Then 2 times 9 is 18. Now 729 we have. It is not divisible by 2. Actually it is divisible by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 will be there. 12. 3 times 4 and then 3 times 3. Then again 3 times 8 and 3 times 1. Then 3 times 2 is 6. So 2 will be there. 21. 3 times 7. Then we have 3 times 9 is 27. Then 3 times 3. So therefore 1458 equal to, write all the factors. 1 2 is there, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 3's are there. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now let us try to make them as pairs. So 2 we have. Oh, where is the pair for 2? We don't have. So what shall we do? Let us bring one 2 from outside. Let us make it pair. Okay, right. So 2 is not paired here. So this number 1458 is to be multiplied by 2 to get the perfect square. So therefore 1458 is to be multiplied by 2 to make it perfect square. So therefore 1458 times 2 equal to, so 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Then this is for 1458. Then times 2 we have. So this is equal to, write these 2's together. So 2 times 2. Then make pairs the remaining also. So this is one pair, this is one pair, this is one pair. So 3 times 3. Then times 3 times 3. Then again times 3 times 3. So this is equal to 2 times 2, 2 square. Then 3 times 3, 3 square. Again 3 square. Again 3 square. So that is equal to, we can write this one as 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 whole square, which is equal to 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 3 is 18, 18 times 3 is 54. So 54 square. Therefore, square root equal to how much? 54. Square root of the result number obtained, that is equal to how much? 54. Okay, let us go to the next problem. So sixth problem, that is 768. Now let us factorize this one. So start with 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 will be there, 16. 2 times 8 is 16. Then 2 times 4. Then again start with 2. 2 times 1. 18 will be there. 2 times 9. So 2 times 2. So again 2. 2 times 9 is 18. 12 means 2 times 6 is 12. So then 2 times 4 and 2 times 8. 2 times 2, 2 times 4. Then 2 times 1, 2 times 2. We have 12. I am writing 12 separately here. Then 2 times 6. Then 2 times 3. Now therefore we can write 768 equal to 2 times 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 2. Then times we have 1, 3. Now let us try to make the pairs. So 2 into 2 is one pair, this is one pair, this is one pair, this is one pair, and oh, where is the pair for 3? No, there is no pair for 3. Then what shall we do? Okay, let us bring one 3 from outside and let us make it as a pair. Okay, so here if you multiply this number by 3, so like this, then this 3 will be paired and it will be a perfect square. So what shall we do here? So 768 is to be multiplied by 3. Is to be multiplied by 3 to make it perfect square. So let us do that. 768 times 3 equal to 768 we already factorized. So 2 times 2, then 2 times 2, then 2 times 2, again 2 times 2, then 3. This is for 768. We multiplied this by 3, so times 3. So take the pairs here. This is equal to 2 square times 2 square times 2 square, then times 2 square times 3 square. This is equal to, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 whole square. So this is equal to 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 3 is how much? 48. So 48 square. Therefore, square root of the resultant number obtained after multiplying 3 is equal to how much? 48. So this is the answer. So this is how to do fifth problem. Hope you understand the lesson. If you understand the lesson and if you like my teaching, please subscribe my channel. Thank you one and all.